Ramur in New Delhi, India. He writes to me, he says, "Hi, Paul. Thank you for sharing your book with us. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you being part of our community. I put my name in to get a free copy. Good job. Thank you. What is the name of book one and why did you name it that?" Ha ha ha. Well, as some of you who've been regular watchers may know, there are 3 books in Emians, and book 1 is called The Aurora Project. Ooh. Well, and I got to tell you, I worked with some friends of mine for a long time trying to figure out. There's been 30 names for that book over time. You try this name, try it out, and my good friend Dr. Stu, who's a physician and emergency guy up in New York City, and a close family friend. We're hanging out together, and he just finished reading the book, and he's like, "Wow, hate the title." And he said, "Why don't you call it The Aurora Project?" And I thought, "Oh, that has a really good ring to it." So, gosh, I don't want to delve too deep into the book, but the Aurora Project name came from basically Project Aurora, which is in the book. So how do I do this? Look, I've never done anything like this. I've been talking to people for years about hi-fi equipment, and here I am trying to not give away the plot, but what could I say? The Aurora Project originally started out as climate scientists in Antarctica at Aurora Basin Camp looking for ancient air samples. And I don't know if you know this or not, but how do scientists tell what it was like 100,000 years ago or 1,000,000 years ago? How do they know what the atmosphere was like? How the plant life, the pollen count, all that kind of stuff. What's fascinating, and a lot of people don't know this, they go to places like Antarctica, Greenland, and they dig down, sometimes half a mile or so, and they bring up these ice core samples. And trapped in the ice for all that time is the actual air from that period that was frozen in place. And if they're careful about it, they can take that air and run a spectrograph on it, and they can tell what kind of pollen. And once you know what kind of pollens are running around, you know whether it was a lush place and it had this kind of fauna and plants or animals. You can tell quite a bit by just sniffing the air and taking it apart. Levels of pollution, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, that's what the people at Aurora Base Camp are doing. But what they find, well, that's I'm not going to give it away. All right. Thanks for the question. Talk to you later. Okay.